Good day everyone, Dr. Blau here, and today I'm returning to my roots, again. I believe the Arknights cast offers one of the best opportunities to explore psychological symptoms and disorders due to how well written the characters are, most of the time. However, I've found it challenging to continue this analysis, as many characters seem to get better off screen, with little explanation of how they did so. At least it is implied that some received some proper therapy and psychological help, so they just didn't got better and moved on. Also, truth be told, these type of videos are among my least viewed, so there's little incentive for me to make more of this. But since it's Mental Health Awareness Month, I want to give this concept another shot, albeit on a simple level. Yes, I still plan to keep doing in-depth character analysis. Yes, her turn is next. But for now, let's get into more serious topics. Starting with everyone's favorite, a disclaimer. The topic of this video involves PTSD and its symptoms. If you recognize some of these symptoms in yourself or others, please seek professional mental health assistance. This video is for educational and entertainment purposes only, and is not intended to replace therapeutic help. If you or someone you know is struggling, reach out to a mental health professional. They are there to help. With that out of the way, let's dive into the different types of PTSD as seen in Arknights operators. As stated by the American Psychological Association, post-traumatic stress disorder might develop when someone lives through or witnesses an event in which they believe that there is a threat to life or physical integrity and safety and experiences fear, terror, or helplessness. People with PTSD might relive the trauma in painful recollections, flashbacks, or recurrent dreams or nightmares, avoid activities or places that recall the traumatic event, or experience physiological arousal, leading to symptoms such as exaggerated startle responses, disturbed sleep, difficulty in concentrating on remembering, and guilt about surviving the trauma when others did not. Gonna be blunt here, pretty much everyone in Rhodes could be suffering any type of PTSD, as there is one kind of traumatic event I would like to start with, one most often ignored by media in general. That being, imagine this. You're working hard to climb the social ladder, brimming with ambition and optimism, when suddenly, boom, magic rock cancer. Your entire life is flipped upside down, and depending on where you live, you might even be in danger. Now, you are forced to become a walking pharmacy to manage a chronic condition, assuming you can afford it. Otherwise, it's a life of exile, stigmatized for something beyond your control. Examples like this we have seen countless times throughout the game, either as NPCs trying to find someone to blame for their predicament, antagonists justifying their actions under circumstances, and even playable characters trying to understand why fate handed them such a hand. Trauma can stem from anything from a terminal illness to losing a job, a loved one, or a limb. Sudden changes like this can leave lasting psychological scars, while some characters, such as Kiabi and his silliness, Helagur and his stoicism, or the poster child of them all, Suzuran and her kindness, can manage to adapt due to extraordinary mental resilience. However, they are the exception, not the rule. Thus, there is no such thing as a small trauma, and any life-altering event deserves attention to ensure proper healing. As the name suggests, is PTSD, but stronger. The main difference lies in the duration of the trauma. While standard PTSD can result from a single event, CPSD develops after prolonged exposure to trauma. Along with regular PTSD symptoms, CPSD includes difficulty regulating emotions and impulses, changes in attention and consciousness, altered self-perception, trouble forming relationships, self-harm, and changes in one's worldview or systems of meaning. Anyone who's experienced prolonged combat, like Scout or the Ursus Gears, is at risk for CPSD. However, it is not limited to war zones. Characters like Ifrit and Rosmontis, who were subjected to experimentation from who knows how long, or people who come from abusive households like Mephisto, can also deal with CPSD. Though this does not excuse the thoughts' actions. Treatment typically involves cognitive processing therapy to address negative thoughts and memories, along with prolonged exposure therapy to comfort triggers. Of course, a support system is indispensable for a speedy recovery. As social creatures, we thrive on human connection, even when that comes with its own challenges. Humans are inherently empathetic, but sometimes this can become harmful. Secondary PTSD happens when we internalize the trauma of others. This often occurs among people in caregiving roles: psychologists, doctors, nurses, first responders, social network moderators, etc. People who witness suffering over an extended period. Symptoms of SPTSD include heightened anger and guilt, difficulty concentrating, emotional withdrawal, agitation, and feelings of helplessness. In-game, we can see this reflected mostly in characters who had to help people, yet find themselves unable to do so due to circumstances. More renowned being Severin from Wulumunde, Reunion's hacker Jigstrap, and the face of Jadens herself, Calci, who must have witnessed enough suffering to turn a knitting convention into a Slipknot concert. Treatment for SPTSD generally includes regular therapy sessions to process stress and maintain social support system. Even when trauma isn't firsthand, its impact can still build up, so it is important to address it with the help of professionals. Your work is valued, and there is nothing wrong with having someone else help you for a change. Dissociation is a defense mechanism the mind uses to protect itself from overwhelming stress, involving symptoms like depersonalization, derealization, dissociative amnesia, and emotional numbness. Essentially, dissociation involves mentally distancing oneself from the trauma, whether by forgetting it, pretending it happened to someone else, which can lead to a dissociative identity disorder, which is a whole thing on itself, or feeling like you are living outside of your body. This is the kind of PTSD most amnesiac characters suffers from. As the pain was too much to bear, the mind literally ran from it in order to protect itself. However, individuals suffering from deep PTSD can also go from forgetful individuals to people who seem to be constantly lost in thought, to characters who prefer to avoid the spotlight. Examples like these are characters like Heavy Rain, constantly trying to go unnoticed, Cantabile, who seems numb to her emotions, and Mendela, who acts completely detached from her previous life. Unlike other forms of PTSD, treatment for dissociative PTSD requires a more tailored approach due to the varied causes and experiences of each individual. However, therapy to reintegrate the person's sense of self is always part of the healing process. To wrap up, I would like to clarify two things. First, I didn't include characters like Popukar, Nightmare, or Amiya because there are external factors affecting their diagnosis, so I can definitely place them within a specific PTSD category without being more methodical. Second, this video covers only a few prominent types of PTSD, but is far from an exhaustive list. If you or someone you know exhibits symptoms similar to those discussed here, please seek professional help. Mental health professionals can help distinguish between normal reactions and diagnosable disorders, and guide you through appropriate treatments. You are not alone. There are people who can help you, but you must take the first step. And with that, that's all for now. While this might not be the type of content you will show a 5-year-old, it is important information that shouldn't be ignored. Health affects us all, and I hope this video helps spread awareness. It felt good to return to the topics I know best, and I hope you enjoyed this video as much as I enjoy making it. If you'd like more content like this, please leave a comment down below. And while you're here, don't forget to like and subscribe. This has been Dr. Blob, wishing you all a great day. This month is just starting, so let's enjoy it while it lasts. And as always, stay healthy everyone.